Now I finally understand why so many new players go bankrupt right after starting this game. I am about to go bankrupt too. Everyone knows the early game is the hardest part. So at the beginning, we chose low density housing. These houses are incredible. Private pools, private yards, one family per house. This entire house only has 2 residents. The quality of life here feels like a luxury neighborhood. Even without healthcare or fire services, I would still live here. The houses are just way too spacious. But here is the problem. These homes look amazing, but financially, they are terrible. Buying the land costs $36,000, and maintenance alone costs another $13,000 every month. If we keep doing this forever, the city budget will eventually collapse. So later on, we started building higher density housing instead, then upgraded again. This is medium density housing. But then another problem appeared. The population increased, but living conditions became complete chaos. Take this building, for example. 57 people live inside this one building. And this one is even crazier. 73 people? Come on. This is basically a dormitory. Who would actually want to live like this? So we started spamming support buildings everywhere. Parks, elementary schools, cell towers, anything to increase attractiveness. And only then did enough residents finally move in. Meanwhile, I only have $10,000 left, and the city only earns $2,000 per hour. Back when the population was only 800 people, we actually made more money than now. Now the population passed 5,000, and somehow we earn even less, because once population rises, problems multiply everywhere. Police coverage becomes insufficient. So we need police stations. Parking space becomes insufficient. Everyone starts hunting for parking spots. One large, efficient parking structure costs $200,000. And this district alone needs around 4 of them. That is $800,000 gone instantly. If we keep developing like this, bankruptcy is guaranteed. Right now, we only have around $10,000 left, and we still owe a $50,000 loan. Let's pay back a little first. So, this episode, we are solving one question. How do we stop going bankrupt? Earlier, I ignored one important thing: resident income. The game says average monthly income is $1,600. But that is not one person's income. It is just the average. Some people make $5,000, some make $3,000, and some people have no job at all. Average all of that together and you get $1,600. So now, there is only one thing that matters. Everyone needs a job. Let's check the data. Currently, 1,400 people are employed. But another 1,300 people still have no jobs. Unemployment is almost 50% and still needs to support children. No wonder taxes never work properly. Even worse, if taxes go up, residents start leaving the city. So next step, we focus entirely on job districts. Industrial zones and office zones. Industrial demand is not very high right now. Does not matter. We lower taxes anyway. Earn slightly less money, but create more jobs. You may not make profit, but I gain employment rate. This time, we are building an industrial park beside the highway. First, check the terrain. See which areas are best for development. Adjust the terrain slightly. Terraforming is free anyway, but we cannot overdo it. Otherwise, the landscape starts looking fake. Try to preserve the natural terrain. Only make small adjustments. The industrial zone goes right here. First, build the main road. Right now, we lose $2,900 per hour. Does not matter. Take out another $100,000 loan. Pause the game. Time to plan. Everything beside the highway will become the first factory district. This section becomes the industrial entrance. And while we are here, remove the traffic lights and crosswalks. Now start zoning the factories. Do not build directly beside the main road yet. We might need to widen the roads later or upgrade the highway. And wow, unemployment already dropped from 40% to nearly 10%. Industrial zones create insane amounts of jobs, but now another problem appears. The factories are too close to housing. Residents are complaining about noise pollution, and honestly, it is multiple noise sources stacked together, especially the wind turbines. One turbine alone is not too bad, but grouped together, the noise becomes brutal, so we should probably demolish these houses. Living beside the highway is already loud anyway. Plant some trees too. Use them as sound barriers. Add more trees near the highway. And now, we only lose around $300 per hour. Build one more factory, and we should finally become profitable. Continue expanding. Looks like this area cannot hold many factories. We still need to reserve space along the main road. Future road upgrades, future highway expansion. Everything needs room. Remove all traffic lights again. These two terrain sections look weird. Smooth them out a little. The next industrial district goes over here. This area is huge. So let's build 2 entrances immediately. Again, remove all traffic lights. Use every bit of internal space. Continue building roads. Zone more factories. And look at that. Industrial demand instantly disappears. Use the remaining space for office buildings. Perfect. All demand is finally gone. But after building all these factories, we ran out of electricity again. And multiple small turbines together create massive noise pollution. So instead, let's build one giant turbine. Find the windiest area possible. Connect low voltage power lines. Perfect. And now, industrial demand is rising again. So, we continue expanding. The next district goes here. More factories. Adjust the terrain slightly. Honestly, the difference is small, but visually it looks way cleaner. More demand again. So we keep expanding. Let's also use the coastline. Do not change the terrain too much here. Factory entrance goes here. Vehicles can drive uphill from this side. Remove the traffic lights again. And now factories can finally move in. Adjust the rear terrain. Make the landscape look more natural. From the top-down view, this area looks completely flat, but from another angle, the slope actually looks fine. Plant more trees around the area. Demand is still extremely high. Current unemployment is still 19%, still too high, but now our savings reached $200,000 and we make $8,000 per hour. Taxes are lower than before, yet somehow we make even more money. This is what a healthy city looks like. Continue expanding the industrial zones. This terrain already looks normal, so no adjustments needed. Zone more factories. We have not even bought this land yet, and it is mostly mountainous terrain anyway. The highway side of the city is almost completely developed now. Unemployment dropped to 17.6%. That is finally stable. Wait, why do we have power shortages again? Upgrade the wind turbines again, add advanced rotor systems, and solar support panels. Now, more and more people are employed, which means huge traffic volumes heading toward the industrial districts. And because city attractiveness increased, more outside residents are moving in too. Traffic jams are starting everywhere. We finally need public transportation. First, solve long-distance traffic.